Dover-Sherborn.
Okay, so he actually already took care of that. Good. All of this is taken care of. Thank you, Michael. How much time we got? 6 minutes. Good.
All right.
Breathe and
Sounds good.
everything goes well.
Hey, Brian.
We are good.
Yeah.
And it's showing me with a full battery.
Okay.
So I'm going to see.
Oh, that's.
It's in the pouch. Okay. Hi, Mike. I tried. I know it should be, but it's not. I've got also. What I did, I grabbed a power cell out of my car. It's just a pencil, cigar size. But I'm gonna hope it will give enough power for the day. We'll see. At the very, I'm gonna record on the camera. We'll have something. Yeah, I'm doing lacrosse. We're up behind the bleachers. It's the triple free like a. I mean, right now my power looks good. So what? Okay. Yeah, we're probably okay. I mean, they have the baskets on the. Get going here. Already. Alright. So give them a call at halftime.
All right.
So, let's do a couple of things. Let me mute this. Talk a minute. Let me make sure I'm getting some audio. So
All right. We good to go? All right.
that
Sweet.
works.
All right, so it's going to be a fresh set of 12 minutes on the clock here. Dover-Sherborn coming to take on the Hillers of Hopkinton. It's going to be a fun one so far, and it's already been such a special one. The youth lacrosse program's coming out to support the varsity team, and I'll tell you what, that is like the Super Bowl for those kids. And you ask me, how do you know that? I've been there before, right? You know, you're in second grade, you see the high schoolers, and you look up to them like they're, you know, the Michael Jordans of the world, the Tom Brady's of the world, right? Like they're the heroes in your town, they're the celebrities in your town, and so a special little announcement of the players there, and it's about to get underway here in Hopkinton. 12 minutes on the clock, and quick little team meetings, and we should be ready to go. A quick whistle from the referees. The breakings of the huddles. As the starting lineups are taking the field. As I mentioned earlier, I mean, it's been all Dover-Sherborn the last 3 meetings of these two teams. The last meeting was May 10th of last year. Dover-Sherborn defeated Hopkinton 17-7. The year before, it was 13-3 Dover-Sherborn, and the year before that it was 20-6. So Hopkinton looking to get back in the win column against Dover-Sherborn. As the face-off's about to begin, I believe it's going to be Rachel Bouvier for the Hillers. Can't quite get a number on the face-off. We'll get for Dover-Sherborn. We'll get you that hopefully in a second, or at least by the next one. That'll do it. It's going to be a face-off win for Hopkinton as you hear the roars come in a big student section. Number 18, Allie Burke comes up with it, passes it off to Mato. Moving it back around to Mosier. Moving in that clockwise rotation around the circle, taking their time. Here's Bouvier back with control and called one game so far for the Hopkinton Hillers girls lacrosse, and Bouvier was somebody's name that I said quite a lot, and it's just because of, you know, her poise and dominance on the field, really. She's definitely by far one of the powerhouses of this Hopkinton Hiller squad, and she had a shot there, didn't go, and it's gonna go the other way for Dover-Sherborn, coming down the field, taking it down that near sideline is trying to get a number here, is gonna be Kelly Devine, passing it back around. Meredith Salvin can't quite corral that one in. Avery Quebec is going to help the Hillers go the other way. Mato coming down, shoots it at the ground. Goalie couldn't see it. That was Isabella Murill. And luckily that ball for her went just left of the net. It's going to go Dover-Sherborn the other way as they get there on the out of bounds. Heading down the far sideline, Molly Malloy. She's taken a decent path. She's gonna get pushed, and the referee's gonna give them the ball as they continue their offensive possession down in Hopkinton's zone. Kelly Devine passing it there in the back of the net, moving it around. The defense chair coming from the youth lacrosse teams of Hopkinton. Here's Malloy. Sorry, Devine coming inside, shooting it, and might have went off the post. And a penalty is gonna go against Bouvier as she'll come out of the game. Now an opportunity for Dover-Sherborn to strike first. And they do. Devine, I believe, gets in there untouched. Dover-Sherborn notches the first goal with 9:18 on the clock after the penalty from Bouvier, and a 1-0 lead. Devine's also one of the captains on this team. Quick face-off win and already going the other way. Molly Malloy. Here's Addie Rooney wrapping it around the net. And a goal for her. A quick one. Less than a minute after Devine scored the first one, Molly Malloy gets one for herself. Sorry, I believe it was Addie Rooney. Sorry about that, I had a mess up on my sheet. So Addie Rooney gets the job done. 2-0 already, 8:47 left to go in this first quarter. Dover-Sherborn trying to repeat some history and win once again against Hopkinton, as they've been doing this past 3 matchups. Another face-off win there from Devine. Coming down, here's Molly Malloy with it. Passing it over to Rooney. There's Meredith Salvin, gets a shot, but it's gonna go well above the net. Dover-Sherborn gets there first. And a good shot there by Molly Malloy gets denied by Dylan Norrid, the goalie, her first save of the game. That clear by Norrid is gonna be swept up by Dover-Sherborn, go the other way immediately. And this Dover-Sherborn is absolutely dominating these first couple minutes of this game. I mean, they are so well-oiled, so incredibly in tune with themselves. A lot of chemistry, good pass there, a shot, and a goal. There was Meredith Salvin. She had a shot earlier that went above the net, but that one finds the back of it very easily. A good shot, a good pass and assist from Avery O'Connell. 3-0, and it's been 3 minutes and 3 goals for this Dover-Sherborn team. Now, if you're Hopkinton, the good thing is it's early, but the bad thing is it's early, and Dover-Sherborn seems to keep kicking it, and there is no end in sight. They're going to have to find an answer defensively if they're going to want to stay in this game. After a little jumbled up face-off, again, Dover-Sherborn heading down that far side. Whistle called, and it's gonna stay. Molly Malloy switching it from her left to her right, passing it over to Addie Rooney, who has 1 goal already today. Rooney tries to continue in that circular motion, but it's gonna send it the other way, back to Malloy. Now in the stick of O'Connell, switching sides of the field. Devine, the captain, with the shot, rejected. Dylan Norrid, good save as she comes out of net. And her pass is nearly intercepted, but it's gonna come up blocked and stay with Dover-Sherborn. Malloy to Rooney. Rooney trying to work some magic inside. Can't find a cutter. She'll send it out to O'Connell. O'Connell taking it on her left side, trying to squeak in. Attempting to go shoot it over the head of Norrid. And Norrid somehow comes up with the ball in her stick. Here's a clear here, and Hopkinton finally has a possession after what's been a little bit Laura Mosier now sending it up the middle of the field. Lucy Mado trying to go to work. Taylor Inneray tries to pass it over to Mado, but Mado can't get it. She'll get it back in her stick, though. She's going to try to take it outside. And it's going to end up with Dover-Sherborn after a quick whistle by the referee. And just a quick switching of the fields. If you're looking at this, I mean, a lot of speed from Dover-Sherborn without a doubt. They are just a well-oiled machine going up and down the field, and defensively as well, doing a good job of not giving Hopkinton any easy opportunities, and swarming the ball carrier. So now here's O'Connell, the captain, passing it off to Rooney. Now it's in the middle, it's kind of jumbled there, and Norwood's gonna come up with it, take her time. Had a defender right in her face and wasn't able to make the best pass, but it's gonna stay with Hopkinton nonetheless. Hopkinton scoreless, and another blunder there. Starts on the near side, and Hopkinton is gonna attempt to switch sides as O'Connell sending it up the field with the help of some teammates. Now, see, just already in those couple seconds, 4 passes, and they're already in position to set up another goal, and that's what's making this team so successful. Their ball movement has been superb today so far, and you know, that's why they have their winning record so far. Here's Malloy, back to O'Connell. O'Connell can't seem to do anything with it, so she'll give it back to Malloy as Malloy's trying to go to work, make a move, switches it to her left hand, so gonna pass it off. Back into the little passing drill rotation that Dover-Sherborn has had so much success with it. Here's Malloy. Malloy trying to get small to cut around Bouvier, but Bouvier, really good job defending, making Malloy pass it off, and again, it's gonna find her way back. Malloy again with it, Bouvier defending, and another penalty for Bouvier as Molly Malloy will get another opportunity. Good pass, a good cut. A nice idea there from Avery O'Connell. Kind of tries to just a little underhand, put a little touch on it, sneak it through the legs of Dylan Norwood, but Norwood reads it all the way. Good action, and it's gonna go the other way. Dylan Norwood clearing it to number 18 there, Abby Burke, who is gonna use some speed, getting it up the field as we're closing in on that 2-minute mark of this first quarter. Burke's gonna slow it down, send it out to Quebec. Quebec off to Mosier. Mosier is gonna skip it. Another skip over on that opposite side as they change sides of the field. Mado trying to find something. And it's going to be a penalty against number 18, Emma Claire Luxcow. So she will have to go to the sideline for 2 minutes. And if there's ever a time for the Hillers to get back in this game, it'd have to be now. Minute 35 on the clock, trailing by 3 goals, and they're up up a player right now. So Bouvier finally haven't called her name in a little bit. Offensively, tries to make a pass inside. It's going to be intercepted. She gets a little chippy, and it's going to go with Dover-Sherborn. Great speed down the sideline, working it here on the near side. And even though they're a player down, they are not showing it. I mean, they are still hustling all over the field, and now with 50 seconds and counting, they're looking to probably get another one, you'd imagine, and looked like somewhat of a cross check down behind the net. Harriet Rankin called on the referee's whistle. Devine passes it off to Malloy. Malloy can't get anything inside. She'll send it out, and they'll go back around Robin. 15 seconds as you hear Dover-Sherborn's bench yelling. Gonna have to get a shot here. Under 10 now is Rooney. Rooney trying to get it inside, goes for the shot, but it's wide of the net. And as Hopkinton gets the ball back in their possession, the referee's whistle is going to signal the end of that first quarter. And that'll be it. Now, it'll be 3-0 as we head into the second quarter. Still 25 seconds on the penalty for Emma Claire Luxcow. So when we return, Hopkinton will have 25 seconds, and they'll be up a player. That'll do it for the first quarter, 3-0. We'll see you. Stay with us. And we return to HCAM covering Hopkinton Hillers girls lacrosse as they take on Dover-Sherborn. They're trailing it 3-0 so far, and it's been really all Dover-Sherborn offensively. But what I will tell you is from my view, I was practically a fly on the wall getting in to listen to, just such a wise coach is Erin Massimi over from Dover-Sherborn. Heard her talking to her team, just the way she was, talking to them and things like that. Just you can tell, just such a well-coached team, plenty of versatile players. And she was talking, saying speed-wise and in so many aspects of the game that you just wouldn't think about, she was talking about, and just a really awesome awesome thing to listen to from there. And, that's why this team's had so much success this year, obviously, because they're incredible players and athletes, but obviously Coach Masabi doing a really, really great job so far with this program. So we head into the second quarter as we're about 10 seconds into it. Hopkinton wins the faceoff, and they're going to try to get some offense going. We haven't seen too much of it so far, but it's never too late as Lucy Mado has it in her stick, passes it off, dropping it off to Abby Burke, who gets her pass intercepted, and it's going to end up in the stick of Isabella Morill of Dover-Sherborn, the goalie. And again, very, very quickly, it's going to go the other way. Coming towards that near side is Rooney. As Rooney takes it behind the net and passes it to her teammate. There's Devine. Devine makes the long jump over. Just like that, it's back in the stick of Malloy and heading it around. And patience was the big word that I heard from the sideline of Dover-Sherborn. Patience, taking your time. There's no need to rush. Take what the defense is giving you and things will happen. Good defensive effort by Harriet Rankin. This ball's still jumbling around. And even after the good effort, Rankin's not going to come up with it. It's going to go to Rooney. Trying to get inside that second layer of defense was Luskow, and she can't do so, but still going to stay that way, and O'Connell tries to take the shot, but a whistle is blown. And Avery O'Connell, she scored the first goal in the same way. Let's see if she can get her second. This time, a lot of defense. She was untouched on her first goal, and this time absolutely swarmed by Hopkinton's defense. Really good adjustments, and that's what it's going to take so far. A good save there by Norrid. There was Devine trying to sneak one past her, but she doesn't. And it's going to go the other way, and that's what you want to see, these quick twitch passes. Now here's Lucy Mado coming down the other way. Hopkinton with a little bit of numbers, and Mado just can't connect with Bella Silva. Good look, good idea. Just can't come together. Dover-Sherborn another possession, under 9 minutes now as we head the other way. Coming up, here is Malloy, and she's all over the field. I mean, she is absolutely an incredible athlete, if not one of the best on the field today. Here's Rooney heading the other way, and I'll tell you what, right now we got some storm clouds coming in. I was driving here. It was absolutely beautiful, listening to some summer tunes, some Chapel Roan, some Sabrina Carpenter, and now it's not feeling like summer too much. It's feeling pretty gloomy, so we are going to have to keep an eye on that weather as Rooney tries to take the wraparound shot. A good stick save there into the net of Norrid as she's going to send it down the other way. Bouvier gets the clear in the middle of the field. She elects to take it up that far side, and she's pretty much undefended as she's able to get all the way up into the defensive zone of Dover-Sherborn. Silva now in her stick off to Jackham. Abby Burke now trying to figure something out, passes it off to Mado. Inside is Burke making a couple moves and finding the back of the net. I believe there was Abby Burke. She finally is able to give some offensive production to this Hiller team. And just like that, I mean, it's a two-score game. It's still early. And like I said, I mean, earlier, there's always a lot of time left in these games, right? You can score a couple goals with, a couple nice cuts and passes. The tides can really, really turn very quickly. So we'll see what the rest has in store. But 3-1 game, 7:28 on the clock, and it's going to be. It's going to stay with Hopkinton now. So you feel some life come back into the bench of the Hillers and into this whole squad. Obviously they have one of the bigger audiences with a lot of youth players coming to watch them. And, this is one of those games where you're like, all right, we want to win this thing for ourselves, but we want to show out for the next generation, of course. Here in Tomato into the ground, and another goal for the Hillers. And just like that, again, in about 45 seconds, the Hillers strike, and it is now a one-score game. And that's all it takes. The tides turn, and boy, do they turn quickly. 6:53 on the clock, 3-2. Dover-Sherborn leads it in the second quarter.
We did get thunder, so I didn't think they could stop us.
And John Ritt's telling me to my left here, he's hearing some thunder, and definitely something we're going to have to watch, but I did just feel a raindrop, a little bit nervous, We'll see. We're trying to bring you all the coverage we can. We'll see if it stays, and especially in an exciting one that it's turning out to be so far. So Hopkinton has it. Nice cut there for Hopkinton. That was Taylor Interante. I'll stay with Hopkinton. Bouvier now at the top of the circle, trying to get inside. And, you'll imagine a well-coached team like this, obviously, knows Bouvier is the person that they really have to keen in on and defend well, so they'll do that. And so you probably, it might be a little bit tough, one of those tougher games for her where she's not able to get open or not able to get as many goals as she's used to, but other girls get it done so far. Mado's one of them, who she has the ball, and Abby Burke, who she passed it off to. Both of them notched a goal themselves, and tell you what, I'm feeling a couple raindrops, as I mentioned. The sky behind us is very, very dark and something that you don't want to see. And the sky is opened up. And I'm going to close my laptop. And it is hail. It is hail, I think. Now it's rain. I can't even tell you what this is now. It's going the other way. I closed my laptop. The camera's still going. Try to do the best I can with the names here, but so 5 minutes on the clock and the clouds have opened. I'd imagine this one's gonna pass quickly, so we're gonna push through it. Dover-Sherborn staying on their side. Now it's Devine, the captain, behind the net. As she takes it, she's looking. 5 minutes, she's gonna slow it down again. That poise is what Dover-Sherborn stuck to earlier this game. And they got away from it, and that's when Hopkinton went on a two little goal streak. They're going back to it now. You heard their whole team say, hey, let's relax. Let's slow it down. Not literally did they say that, but you felt it. You felt it in the motion. So moving around, here's O'Connell. O'Connell back to Malloy. Malloy from the top of the zone. Can't seem to find anything. And a good defensive effort as Hopkinton's going to take it the other way. 4 minutes to go, and they're knocking on the door to tie this game. Here's Abby Burke using her speed, getting in untouched, and the shot, and the goal! Abby Burke with her second goal of the game. It is now tied. 3 goals for Dover-Sherborn in the first quarter, 3 goals for the Hillers in the second, and it is 3-3 with 3:58 left to go. And the clouds are open.
Yeah, they're shutting down.
And they're shutting down the game here with the inclement weather. All right, so we will see if we return, if these storm clouds get out of the way.
I think just sign off.
All right.
We can't keep going at this.
Have a good night. It's going to be it for us today. It's 3:58 left to go, and we'll see what the rest of the thing has in store if we come back. If not, have a great night. I'm Bella Tomeno. John Ritz to the camera. Have a good one.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. You don't think they're going to start up? I don't know. Check it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. We back? All right, and we are going to be back here. We're trying to do everything we can to get this broadcast half, and Hopkinton won the face-off. You didn't miss much. There was a little bit of a I got water and raindrops dripping down my legs and hands and everything, but we're going to keep this thing going. Got to do everything. And doing everything we can. So what I will say is I got one, and oh, just me out here, just me and Joe. As Mato is going to take it down the far side, dump it off to Bouvier behind her as she'll try to go to work. And a quick cross check. Sorry, I'm trying to hold down the umbrella here. So to Mosier moving it down the other side, trying Can't get it. She passes it. Good cut there. And they have an opportunity. Another shot. Going to penalize. An errant pass intended. It's finally. Decided first quarter by Dover-Sherborn. The end of the first half is here. Stay with us because this thing has been very, very fun. We will see you when we And kind of back and forth. I don't say back and forth because it wasn't one. Uncharacteristic things. We came in, there was some hail, there was winds a blowing, and we're about to get ready. I mean, it's Laura Mosier taking the face off, and it's not the usual Bouvier, but so it's going to stay with Hopkinton. Mosier is going to take it at about up the other way. Kind of bouncing around now at the feet of a couple players, ends up in the stick of Hopkinton. Now, got to do what you got to do if the rain starts. It's going to be Dover-Sherborn the other way. Scored by Avery, Quebec. A good is going to be credited to Avery, Quebec. A good shot to that. All the odds stacked against them. After this first quarter, I mean, they had all have to come from the captain. The Veen shot is going to go above the net. As it is any sport, and there's Abby Burke. She's going to get. I mean, take what the defense is giving you. Don't try to be a hero all the time. And for Dover-Sherborn to tie it up at 4 apiece. Cuts into it. Squeaks one by Dylan. The protective gear off the equipment, but nine minutes to go. 4-4. I missed to go to the third quarter. Sorry, 4-4. As it's going the other way. Send it out to Luck Scout. Moving around the circle here is Malloy. Malloy. Penalized Rankin for that, which an interesting call there. She for Dover-Sherborn. And just like that, Dover-Sherborn is going to take the stopped on the clock now. Dover-Sherborn behind the net. Taylor Inarante. Inarante over stick. A penalty whistle from the referee is called, and setting up nicely into of a defender. Looked like there was a deflection there. Luxgow pretty much untouched up the middle of the field, getting around a couple defenders. Looks like she wanted to try to get a shot opportunity there, but it's Malloy. Malloy defended by Bouvier, trying to get it inside to Devine. Ever since that first quarter has been all today, but defensively, she's been an absolute weapon for Hopkinton and has aided a lot in their comeback. O'Connell nearly crossing up Abby Burke there, and comes out of her stick. Squeaks it through the legs. is the time on the clock. And again, I mean, Dover-Sherborn. Face-off win from Bouvier. Abby Burke can't. Not so great passes is going to lead to it being back in possession of Dover-Sherborn, and I see similar to how fast Molly Malloy's coming down the field now with Dover-Sherborn, but again, got to see if this the Lutzkow. Let's get off. Now it's going to be in the stick of Laura Mosier. Laura Mosier sprinting down the field. Once again here, the computer is going to go back into the bag as the shot comes up there. Can't go from Mado. Has it. Credit to John Ritz keeping this thing alive for us today. The sky opens back up, but it's moving by fast. This another round. Dad, yes, the laptop is safe and it's in the back in the trying to work something inside. She's going to get pushed by number 1 of Dover. Thank God we're not playing over on the dirt softball field because this thing would have been over. Boy, I think it's Hale. Bouvier with the shot in the right now here in Hopkinton. Can we keep it alive? I clock 6-5. And out with their umbrellas and even some with really no protection, saying, listen, this thing's but again, got to keep it alive. Dover-Sherborn. The circle, top of that crease. A great save and a crucial save in a crucial moment. Now back to Bouvier up top. Another goal by Bouvier, and it is as much action as she usually does on offense, but let me tell you, she proved me wrong in every aspect. She's getting it. Trying to run away with it with her team. There's another goal for her as she ties it up 6-6, a minute 30 right now. And here's what I have to tell you. I'm getting six. I'll try to update that through the a minute 11 left to go. And I'll tell you what, these are the type of games that you look back on, you think back to high school, and this is the type and listen, it's been fun for us up here, and I can't even. Here's Rankin up the far side, passing it off. Dover-Sherborn and Lucy Maida. A score with 12.4 left on the clock. At the middle of the field with another face-off opportunity. 12. Swarmed by some Hillers players and stay with us because this thing has been uncharacteristic. This thing has been crazy, but one heck of a game so far, and there is still 12 minutes left. gaming this thing in what has been probably about the most fun of a game I've called so far for HCAM. It's been back and forth, and that goes without saying. I mean, it started 3-0 for Dover-Sherborn, 3-3. The Hillers were able to tie it. Hillers were able